Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Waskiewicz with Body One Physical Therapy. Today we're going to be leading our third part of our exercise pain-free series, which is going to be focused on the squat. So we have Austin here again to demonstrate. We're going to take you through some modifications that can be made to the squat to make it pain-free so you can continue to train and make gains. So a common thing we see with the squat is going to be hip pain in the front of the hip, knee pain either in the front of the knee or inside of the knee, and then also back pain. So we're going to be giving some modifications today that hopefully can affect all three of those, if any of those are what are affecting you. So first, let's just look at Austin's squat here. You can even kind of pan in a little bit here. Perfect. So seeing a lot of stuff here that we want to change from the get-go, okay? So whether you squat like that or not, we're going to first go over how to optimize your squat form, and then we'll go from there. So first thing I want Austin to focus on is keeping knees over toes and trying to keep his trunk nice and tall, okay? So when he does that, I don't want him arching through his back. Instead, I want him staying stiff, shooting his butt backwards, and then coming up strong through his thighs. So let's see if you just focus on that, Austin. So knees over toes, stay stiff through your chest, stiff through your core. Perfect, and then up nice and strong. So that looks great. Now say he's squatting like that and he's still having hip pain, knee pain, possibly back pain. Some of the changes we can make is widen his stance. So for a squat, we need a lot of internal rotation of our hips, okay? So what we can do here is bias the opposite. That way he has a lot of available range to move through the motion. So if we point toes out to the side, widen your stance a bit, now he has more motion to internally rotate as he goes down, which can help a lot to offload the front of the hip as well as the knee. So let's see how that feels there. And you can see even that depth increase, it just really opens him up. So that's one great option. Now say Austin has tried that and he's still having hip or knee pain or even back pain. And we'll see this specifically with people that really struggle with dropping their chest too much, which is again gonna close down that front of that hip joint. We can elevate his heels. So here in the clinic, we'll go ahead and use the FMS kit. Now at a gym, you can put a plate behind your ankles or under your heels. All we're trying to do is just elevate those heels a bit. So now let's see here, exact same motion, still pushing through your heels. This now takes away, you feel much less of that urge to drop forward, right? It really helps to manage the weight shift. It also will help you if you have ankle mobility restrictions, because that biases your ankle in a way to free up some more range. So those are two great options. The next option is going to be option 3. We're going to use a band. So similar to with the push or the bench press exercise, we can use a band around the hip to help facilitate some muscles, which will then create more stability, which can offload the painful area. So we'll have the band around the knees here. Austin's going to widen his stance. Everything similar that we just talked about, right? The only thing different is now he has to fight this band. So I don't want him bringing his knees out further than his feet. All I want you doing, Austin, is resisting the urge for your knees to cave in, keeping some pressure into the band, okay? Yep. You're going to maintain that pressure as you drop down. That's going to keep all these muscles on a higher level of activity through the motion, which, like I said, can offload that painful part. So let's go ahead and drop down, maintain that pressure, and then up nice and strong out of it. Perfect. So the band is going to act to facilitate those muscles. You'll feel more of a muscle burnout here, but it can definitely offload the pain here and offload the pain here. The final variation we'll talk about today is going to be really specific to that knee pain you can get with a squat. So this is called a Spanish squat. So you need a nice thick band in order to make this happen, because we're going to use that band for leverage. So we're going to put that band just below that joint line. So it's right at the top of the calf, not over the knee. So that way the knee can move through a full range. It's just providing some support. So now I'll cue Austin. So almost like you're leaning back into that band a bit. I want you to drop straight down, keep your chest tall. And this is really going to offload that joint in the front of the knee, the patellofemoral joint, while also allowing you to really, really strengthen through the quad, which, as we know, is a huge, huge muscle that we want to strengthen in the case of knee pain. So this is a great way to train through a squat in a rehab type manner. If you are having knee pain, you can also add load in the form of a goblet dumbbell, so keeping a dumbbell tight to the chest there, and then going through that exact same motion, keeping elbows in, and that looks great. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for listening and for watching these videos. It means a lot to us. If you try all this stuff out, you're still having pain, please do give us a call. Get into one of our 3 clinics so we can help you out. That way we can take away the pain so you can continue to train. Thanks so much. Bye.